Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Star Wars The Black Series Target exclusive Luke Skywalker Death Star Escape, or a lot of people like to call him Poop Luke, or at least maybe I call him Poop Luke, but either way, he was peg warming at Target for so long. My good friend Art Gutierrez, his link to his channel is down below. He does some great hunts and stuff. Check him out. But he ended up finding him for like dirt cheap. I don't know if it was like $5 or $10 or something crazy, where it was clearanced out so much that he ended up picking up some. And I told him, man, I wouldn't mind getting one for that price. He tried looking out for me, just didn't come across any. And then coincidentally, when I was in Target, there was one of these guys just tucked away, and I picked it up, went to the register. I was like, hey, my buddy saw it for this price. He's like, well, we can't just base it off of that. And so I was like, well, what can you do? And he tried scanning it, didn't register. And he's like, well, I'll give you half off. I'm like, well, $10 for a Black Series figure. I'm not going to pass on that. I said, done. So now he is in my hands, and he comes in that typical style packaging with his artwork right here. He has no number on the side. It just says Luke Skywalker, with the Death Star Escape. And then we got, his image on the back with some read-up information. Right away out of the package, the figure looks okay. There's one big issue that I have, but we'll worry about the issues later on in the video. So he comes with a decent amount of accessories. He does come with that Stormtrooper helmet, which has the dirtiness to it. Looks very, very nice. It's weird that you have a lot of dirt here, but the back and the top are completely clean, and the sides. But I'm still okay because it's a Stormtrooper helmet. Then he comes with a itty bitty communicator. It's just black and white. Thing is super tiny. Probably could lose it very easily. So definitely be careful with this. And then we get a blaster with a little bit of sloppy silver painting for the chamber, I guess, which is weird because it's a laser rifle. That they felt like they needed to paint the chamber on it. They could have just really dry brushed all silver all over this thing to make it pop, because you're really not doing this sculpt any favors by just leaving it solid black. Like, I have to let the light hit it certain ways so you guys can see the actual sculpt work in it. And it's sad. It's like, you got sculptors out there that are sculpting these things, putting all this detail into them, and it just gets muddled down by just being casted in black plastic. Then it came with a piece I was very surprised to see. We actually get a stand, and the stand says Star Wars The Black Series on it. Has like a little foot sleeve, I guess. But that's really cool. I'm interested to see how this is going to actually work out when I actually put them on there. So hopefully we'll start getting more of these, because figure stands, in my opinion, are needed consistently, especially if you want to get them into dynamic poses. The stand does help keep that balance and keep them from toppling over on shelves. So we got Poop Luke up close, and I'm going to have to say that this head sculpt, well, I guess the 3D printed tech looks pretty awesome. Has a very good likeness, and the slick back hair looks great as well. Even got some dirt on his back, not like the helmet. There's actually, it's one thing, and there's not much of a dirtiness to the back of the figure. A lot of it is up front. And they pretty much use that Black Series, Stormtrooper mold and body. And the thing that they changed bugs the crap out of me is right here. They seem to have reduced the torso instead of, I guess to make him shorter because it's Luke Skywalker, I suppose. I wish they wouldn't have, because they didn't really do anything about his arms. Look at where his hand position is. This guy's almost touching his knees. That's ridiculous. So it's like, if you're going to pose him, you better have his arms up or something to try not to make it look like he has giant lanky arms. That's disappointing in it. But let's dive into a little bit of articulation, shall we? His head is, oh, look at that paint. That nasty flesh paint. But hey, it's nasty because you can see the plastic through, like the black plastic they tried painting, but it's okay. He can be dirty, but I don't know what to explain that extra sloppy flesh paint right there. That looks gnarly. But either way, sloppy neck paint, whatever. You can look down that far. Looking weird, but it works. Then we get that far back. So some nice up and down motion, left and right. He's okay. A little bit of attitude, not too much. This bugs me. When you go to put up his arm, that's as far as it goes because the tip of the shoulder wants to hit this plastic, and I was messing around trying to see if this would like fit underneath anywhere. It doesn't, because right there, that tip hits his chest plate. So any way of trying to force this thing up, you're going to be damaging the armor some way, some form, and it's awful. Even trying to like rotate it back, it starts hitting that and starts rubbing against the plastic. But going up, this is sort of as far as you can go, unless you want to force that plastic again and get it scraped. We got a bicep swivel. This one's sort of barely hanging on, if you can see the gap that's going on there. I don't know what's going on with it. Double jointed elbows, and then we do get some wrist bends and rotation going on there. So overall, still looks good, just not much posability out of it. It's the bummer part. So we get this out of the way. This ab part is awesome. So you got to watch out because you get these little hoses and stuff on the back. If you can see that, the back has the hoses. You just want to make sure it doesn't crunch them underneath. But this thing can lean back. Can't really lean forward because it has this part that hits down there. But, you know, you get some range of motion out of them, which is definitely okay. Then we get down to his legs. Same thing. We got these points up here. They already start hitting. You can't really kick his feet up. Kicking back, I mean, you might be able to. We got like the holster there. We got a little spot there maybe for the communicator. I'm hoping, because I don't want to lose it. And then we do get, there are some thigh cuts right there in the armor, basically right here. Double jointed knees, which work quite well. And then we get the bendy ankle, so it bends. And then it pivots like crazy. Very good pivoting. And it's like crazy how shiny those boots are. It's like such a glossy paint that they used on them. It doesn't really show off on camera, but it's super glossy. But let's go ahead and get good old Luke geared up. Luke all geared up. Looks pretty good. His head, because of the helmet, does look a little big. But I guess it's fine. And the stand is a little weird. It's basically, you slide his foot in there. You don't really get another spot for his other foot just to try to, I mean, it works, but it's very weird looking. Instead, just having like peg holes or 2 spots for his other feet. There's, well, 2 spots for his feet, because he only has 2 feet. But yeah, it's not bad. He can hold the little communicator in his hand. He does have a trigger finger. Now, what's weird is like you got this is his trigger finger. He's using that to shoot, but yet the holster for his gun's way over here. That's weird to me. Like, how are you reaching for that with the other hand? And then you got a little clip here for that communicator, which let's go ahead and check that out right now and take his gun out. So the gun should just fit in this holster. Little focus there, get you guys that clarity. Like a glove. Looking pretty good. The communicator, again, he holds on to it very well. So if you have it in his hand, you're going to be okay. So don't think that you're going to lose it. I would think you might lose it in this clip, even though the clip does hold it very nice and snug. That's not coming out of there at all. Now, one thing I did want to do a test with, plus you'll have his arm preventing it from falling out too. So you got extra ways of protecting. So the helmet, again, it's an awesome looking helmet. There's a little speck of something right there. Don't know if it might have came from his hair. You know, some of these washes, they flake a little bit if it's excessive. And with the hair, it does have that excessive wash. But his hair looks good. He has a little extra poo around his sideburn right there. But that's okay, because, you know, he's just covered in it. So yeah, so the helmet does fit on pretty nice. It's very snug. Overall, this Luke is must-have if you collect Lukes, Jedis, Force Wielders, or if you just want a dirty Stormtrooper, slap the helmet on there and put him on display. You won't even know. The biggest gripes I have for him is limited articulation and the fact that his stomach has been reduced down to where he has super long, gangly arms. But if you can look past that, it's definitely worth picking up. I'm glad I only spent $10 on him. But if you paid retail, hey, I have purchased retailed figures that are way worse than this one. So I still say pick them up if you see them, because it's still a cool figure to have. And that sums up my unboxing review of Star Wars The Black Series Luke Skywalker Death Star Escape. And if you guys like what you saw, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. And make sure you hit that bell notification so you get alerts when I post up new videos, as I don't even know if you guys know when I post up a new video or not. And I want you guys to make sure you check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles. The website's down below. Awesome collectibles on the website. You got a promo code underneath that website as well to get free shipping, so your items can be delivered to you for free. And you also get the ability to check out both Facebook groups. You got the Toyco community, interact with like-minded collectors, and you can talk figures, trade figures, ask questions about the hobby, just really interact with us. It's a fun community to be a part of. Then you also have the pre-order group, which keeps you in the know with collectibles. And honestly, Andrew prices all his pre-orders really, really honestly better than the competition. So I mean, he prices better than Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, and he prices better than Megalopolis. So definitely check them out. Don't hesitate, because Toyco is definitely an awesome store to get your items from. Also, I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.